Open your kitchen cabinet. Look at your pans. How old is the newest one? 3 years? 5? Is the coating starting to flake at the edges? Is there a scratch across the surface where someone used the wrong utensil? Is there a pan in that cabinet you stopped using because you are not sure anymore what is coming off into your food? 4 miles down the road, there is a farmhouse built in 1911. The same pan has been cooking every meal in that kitchen for 89 years. Not 89 years old and still working. 89 years old and cooking better today than the day it was cast. I made eggs in that pan last spring. They slid out clean without butter, without oil, without a single spray of non-stick coating. The surface was smoother than any Teflon pan I have ever used. No flaking, no scratching, no wondering what went into the food. Just iron, seasoned by 89 years of cooking. The man who showed it to me was named Harold Fenstermacher. He was 76 years old. He said his grandmother had bought that pan in 1936 for 30 cents at a general store in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. He said it had cooked every meal his family had eaten for 3 generations. I asked him what he would take for it. He laughed. "If you already own a house, stay with me, because you can buy the same pan, not a reproduction, the same pre-1960 original, at any thrift store in America for between $2 and $5. And I am going to show you exactly how to restore it, season it, and make it cook better than anything you have ever used. I'm going to show you the entry from a 1949 Home Economics Bulletin published by the Penn State Extension Service that documented cast iron cooking vessels as the primary cookware in over 70,000 Pennsylvania households. And I am going to show you why the American cookware industry, which generates over $12 billion every year, quietly replaced a pan that lasts forever with a coating that lasts 5 years and flakes into your food. This is not a camping pan. This is not a trendy farmhouse aesthetic piece for your kitchen wall. This is the single most effective cooking surface ever manufactured. It heats evenly because the mass of the iron distributes temperature across the entire surface. It retains heat because iron holds thermal energy longer than any other common cookware material. It improves with use because every cooking session adds a layer of polymerized oil to the surface, building the seasoning that makes old cast iron non-stick in a way that no coating ever achieves. The chemistry is straightforward. When oil is heated past its smoke point on iron, it bonds to the metal surface and forms a polymer, a hard, smooth, inert layer that is chemically different from the oil it came from. That layer is the seasoning. Each layer bonds to the one below it. After decades of cooking, the layers build into a surface as smooth as glass and as hard as the iron beneath. Think of it like this. A Teflon pan starts perfect and degrades from the first use. A cast iron pan starts rough and improves from the first use. Every meal makes it better. There is no ceiling on how good it can get. I found the documentation in the 1949 Penn State Home Economics Bulletin. Page 6 describes what the bulletin calls the restoration and seasoning protocol for pre-owned cast iron. Here is exactly what you do when you find a pan at a thrift store. Inspect the pan for cracks. A crack makes it unusable. Pitting and rust are fine. Scrub the pan with steel wool and dish soap to remove all rust and old seasoning down to bare metal. Rinse completely. Dry immediately with a towel. Place the pan in an oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes to drive out all remaining moisture. Remove and coat every surface, inside, outside, handle, with a thin layer of flaxseed oil or lard. Thinner than you think. The surface should look almost dry after you wipe away the excess. Place upside down in an oven at 500 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. Turn off the oven. Leave the pan inside until completely cool. That is 1 seasoning layer. Repeat 3 times. After 3 rounds, the pan is ready to use. Cook bacon in it first. The rendered fat from bacon seasons cast iron better than any oil. Your grandmother knew this. The 1949 Bulletin documented cast iron cookware in 70,000 Pennsylvania households. The average age of the pans documented, 31 years. Harold Fenstermacher's pan was 89 years old when I held it. Now here is the part most people miss, and it extends the system to every cooking surface in your kitchen. Cast iron is not just a frying pan. The same material in a Dutch oven produces bread with a crust that no electric oven can replicate. The same material in a griddle cooks pancakes, tortillas, and flatbreads at an even temperature across the entire surface without hot spots. The same material in a skillet goes from stovetop to oven to campfire without any transition. One material, every cooking application. Harold Fenstermacher has 4 pieces of cast iron in his kitchen: a 10-inch skillet, a 12-inch skillet, a 5-quart Dutch oven, a griddle, all of them pre-1960. All of them found at estate sales and thrift stores. Total cost, $11. He has never bought a non-stick pan. He has never replaced a piece of cookware. He will never need to. Why does the average American household replace their cookware every 5 to 7 years at a cost of between $100 and $300 per set? Why did the American cookware industry introduce Teflon non-stick coating in 1961 and within a decade make it the dominant consumer cookware surface when the material it replaced had been in continuous daily use for centuries? Why does DuPont, which invented Teflon, hold 18 patents on non-stick cookware formulations, each one designed to be replaced when the previous version is found to have health concerns? You already know the answer. A pan that lasts forever generates exactly 1 sale. A pan that lasts 5 years generates a sale every 5 years for the rest of your life. The math is not complicated. And somewhere in that math, the knowledge of how to restore, season, and cook with cast iron was quietly allowed to fade from mainstream awareness at exactly the moment that disposable coated cookware needed a customer base that had forgotten the alternative. Harold Fenstermacher's grandmother bought that pan in 1936 for 30 cents. Harold has never bought a pan. His son will not buy a pan either. I do not know what brought you here today. Maybe you opened your kitchen cabinet recently and looked at your cookware and felt something was wrong. Maybe you have been reading about what flakes off non-stick surfaces and started looking for an answer. Maybe someone in your family cooked with cast iron and you half remembered it and started searching. Maybe you are building the kind of kitchen that does not depend on a product cycle to stay equipped. It does not matter which one. $2 to $5 at any thrift store. 3 rounds of seasoning in your oven. And the same iron surface that has been cooking Harold Fenstermacher's family meals every day since 1936 without a single replacement. If you are the kind of person who believes that real knowledge has been quietly pushed aside to protect someone else's profit, you already know what to do next. You go to the nearest thrift store this weekend. You look for the black pan. You bring it home. And you start cooking with something that will still be in your family 3 generations from now. Now I want to ask you something specific, and I want you to actually answer in the comments. Do you own a piece of cast iron right now? Tell me how old it is, where you got it, and what you cook in it. I read every single comment. Take it and use it. See you next time. Next video. I'm going to show you the single fastest growing food crop that every farmhouse in America grew before 1940 that produces more food per square foot than any vegetable in your garden. It grows in poor soil. It grows in shade. It grows in drought. And the American seed industry quietly stopped selling it after a major agricultural corporation acquired the primary supplier in 1987. See you then.